Would you guys believe me if I said that I'm not that mad? What's going on, guys? What's going on, 27 Squad? Welcome back into another video. Listen, Giants lose to the 49ers 34-24 in the score was not indicative of how much this team got their asses whooped. I mean, again, almost 200 yards on the ground. I think it was a total of 160 yards on the ground. Christian McCaffrey did literally whatever he wanted to, aside from like a couple of runs that got stopped at the line of scrimmage. The Giants, again, cannot find an answer plugging gaps. They heavily rely on their interior defenders, and they're just not getting the job done. We can't do anything in the second level at all because once a runner hits that second level, I mean, thoughts and prayers are the only thing that's going to bring those guys down. The defense just continues to struggle, and a large part of that is because of injuries. But however, I'm done giving the injury excuse, guys. There are plenty of teams, including the 49ers themselves, that are injury-riddled, and they still go out there and be productive. I'm done. I don't want to see it in the comments anymore, how beat up this team is, and that's why we're losing games and all that stuff. This team is not well coached. And I had somebody ask me that question in the live stream today and said, KB, do you like Brian Daboll? And I told him, like, I do like Brian Daboll. I don't want to see him go. I think he could be the guy. But just because I think that doesn't mean that that's, one, true, and two, should dictate what the Giants should do. Obviously, it's very indicative that coaching is, the lack of it is taking part in the Giants' demise right now. You look at how Kyle Shanahan coaches that team. 49ers fans have a love-hate relationship with Kyle Shanahan, right? They don't know how good that they have it, right? That they can go out there with Mac Jones, and Mac Jones was like 14 of 4. He had 14 consecutive passes complete before he had one incomplete. And then he had a fumble that was, people thought was an interception, was a fumble. He still wound up playing well. Is a backup quarterback with your top three receivers out. You just picked up Kendrick Bourne. Ricky Pearsall is gone. Brandon Ayuk has not played at all this year. You just got George Kittle back who got hurt in this game. Sure, you have Christian McCaffrey, but they're still moving down the field. Their defense, their whole defensive line is full of backups. No Nick Bosa out there. Mykel Williams got hurt. Their secondary, full of backups, right? Or not good players. And they're still finding ways to keep the games within winning range. They're still finding ways to win games. They are 6-3 right now with a backup roster. And the Giants, the reason why, like, you can't keep saying that the Giants are just bad because we're injury riddled. We probably will be losing these games anyway if we had starters out there because they're not well coached. That's the biggest issue. And the reason why I am mad that the Giants are 2-7, you know, we are just a whole lot of Tyler Nubin right now, right? We are just we're Tyler Nubin right now, 27. Just a disgrace to that number. I love that number. Now I'm going to start to hate it. But quick break to let everybody know, if you guys are not using the Sleeper app, what are you doing? Make sure you guys check out the best sports app in the entire world. It has everything from news to fantasy to more or less picks and cooking up the best pick slip in history. It's so easy to use. The UI is amazing. And of course, fast and easy payout. Make sure you guys use the promo code 27Squad for a 100% match up to $100, and also free $20 entry, baby. The Giants are 2-7. Of course, I'm not happy about it, but one thing I have to say is Jaxson Dart is him. Jaxson Dart is the guy. Is he having a Jaden Daniels type season? Obviously not, and that you shouldn't expect that of any quarterback that just comes out, right? Expect your quarterback, even if you guys are losing games, to keep you competitive, keep you in always thinking you're going to win the game, right? And Jaxson Dart does that. He had 3 touchdowns. He was responsible for 3 touchdowns today, and to be honest, in his 6 starts, he's been the main driver of all of those games. The defense has never came through in all of Jaxson Dart's wins, besides maybe the Chargers game. That Dexter Lawrence interception that got down to the goal line was key, was a huge part of that. And Cordell Flott as well. I mean, not Cordell Flott. And Andrew Phillips as well was key in winning that game as well. But Jaxson Dart still had, I believe, 2 touchdowns in that game. So Jaxson Dart was a part in all of these games in keeping them competitive, being that driving force, that force multiplier in winning these games. And I know his stats don't wow you, right? He hasn't thrown for 300 yards yet. He barely gets over 200. I don't think he got over 200 in this game. I think the majority of his games were under 200 yards passing, but he does a lot in the ground game. He had 56 yards rushing in this game, was by far the leading rusher. Our starting running back, Tyrone Tracy, had 18 yards. Right? He's not dealing with much. And he's going out there and still defenses are still worried he's going to score somehow, some way. And it happens. So, and he doesn't throw interception. What, does he have 3 interceptions on the year right now to his, 12 passing touchdowns, I believe, along with what does that make it now with rushing touchdowns? Maybe 5 rushing touchdowns. So we're talking about maybe 17, 18 touchdowns in total for him with 3 interceptions. He's having a really good year. And I know with Malik Neighbors back, a true number 2 wide receiver, some depth with the, with the offensive line and an offensive line that actually stays on their feet, right? I know he is going to find a way to win more games, and a defense with a better coordinator. Because honestly, I don't hate the guys we have out there. I know we have injuries, but I don't hate the guys we have out there. You got to find a coach that can get these guys in place to make a play at all times, right? Get the most out of your defense. And we have something there. We do. I'm using this year as a trial year for Jaxson Dart. I'm still excited to watch these games because of him. I'm still, we don't have Cam Scatterbo anymore, but I'm still excited to watch the game for Jaxson Dart. He's going out there and making this team exciting again, and I'm here for it. We're 2-7, and I can't wait to watch what we're going to do versus Chicago. We may even lose the game, but Jaxson Dart's going to keep racking it up, possibly win Offensive Rookie of the Year, and go into next season with a lot of momentum. And that's what I want to see, man. That's what I want to see. Progression from Jaxson Dart. It's unfortunate that we're in year 4 of the Joe Schoen regime and Brian Daboll, and we're still talking about progress and progression and just waiting to see what happens next year. It sucks. That means these guys need to be gone. But I'll tell you this right now. Jaxson Dart is the guy. Jaxson Dart is the guy. It's crazy to say it, too. Do you guys remember that that quarterback predictor, that quarterback grading system coming out of college that predicts a quarterback's success into the NFL? And Jaxson Dart was number 1 on that over Patrick Mahomes or whatever. And even I was like, come on, man. I think we're just reading into this too much. What is the stat? I've never heard of it until now. And it seems like it's predicting Jaxson Dart's success. Now, it had him number 1. I think it had him number 1. It's not to say that Jaxson Dart's going to be better than Lamar or Patrick Mahomes, but he's going to hit. I think he's going to be a hit. And so I'm excited to see where we go from there. Jaxson Dart needs to find a way to stay healthy, but if he does, he's the future. He is the answer for the New York Giants. So the Giants lost the game. There were a lot of things that I want to take away from this game. Brian Burns continues to be on a tear. He had a strip sack that wound up ending up in a fumble/interception for Abdul Carter. We didn't really get to we had 4-man rushes, but we found a way to have 2 or 3 sacks in this game on 4-man rushes. Nacho had a sack. Brian Burns had 1, and I think there was another one. I could be wrong. Maybe we just had 2 sacks in the game. But again, the defensive line is asked to do so much with nothing. Just 4-man rushes, nothing really too crazy. Maybe an occasional Abdul Carter stunt inside. It's just not. We're not blitzing. We're not doing anything to get the quarterback nervous or flush him out the pocket to make a mistake, nothing like that. And that's why guys are just open right off the snap, because quarterbacks are just comfortable back there. We don't have the firepower in the back of the defense to really force a quarterback to get hesitant, right? The only reason why you would only do 4-man rushes is if you have good coverage downfield for at least more than 3 seconds to allow your guys on the line to get coverage sacks. And we don't have that kind of firepower. Guys are getting open right off the dig, right off the post, right off the out route. And 4-man rushes isn't going to get it done. They don't get there fast enough. I mean, you got to be Usain Bolt to get there fast enough off a speed out. You know, a lot of these offenses have hot routes, and you're just going to throw it to the hot route, you know? So it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but the offense is a mess. The offense is a mess, but Jaxson Dart finds a way to keep it all together and throws touchdown to Gunnar Olszewski. I mean, come on. So that being said, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Theo Johnson is terrible. Brian Dable and Joe Shane need to be gone, and Jaxson Dart is the answer. See you guys in the next video.